Good morning and welcome. And yes, it is morning. I'll have to adjust that to make sure I keep saying that for a few more minutes. But I am in Prentice Park. This is Michael Schumacher from at Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube as we're getting ready to bring you Vermillion Post 1 baseball as they take on Lennox Post 174 in an elimination game. These two teams both lost, each lost yesterday, and they are coming back today, and so the winner of this game will play tonight at around 5. The loser, their season will be done. And so we do have starting lineups for both teams, and we will be bringing that to you. First for Vermillion, and let me get this pulled up here so I can give you some stats if that would be beneficial to you. Connor Peterson will be starting at catcher and leading off. Connor Peterson, senior, who will be playing at Mount Marty next season. Longtime shortstop, but due to a need, due to a need behind the plate, he is catching this season. So let's take a look at stats here. Sorry, apologize for that. There we go. And for Vermillion, for Connor Peterson, on the season, he is batting .250, 365 on base percentage, 797 OPS, slugging .432, 7 singles, 2 doubles, and a couple home runs on the year. Also 7 stolen bases in 8 attempts. Batting second is Matt Robe, and also playing left field. So Matt Robe on the season batting .310 with an .812 OPS. He has 1 triple, 1 double, 5 RBI, and he has 6 stolen bases in 6 attempts this season. And then Mikey Robe is batting third and playing center field, number 5. Mikey Robe batting .385 with a 1009 OPS. He has 3 doubles on the year, 10 walks, 4 strikeouts. He also has a couple of stolen bases, a total of 5. And then batting cleanup and pitching is Jack Moskowitz. Jack is batting .271 on the season with a .668 OPS. Batting fifth and playing first base is number 8, Corbin Heckens, batting .205 with a .595 OPS on the season. Ryan Vitt. Ryan Vitt is batting sixth and playing short after a nice performance yesterday pitching. He is at shortstop with a .422 OPS. Hayden Christofferson back from vacation, third baseman, number 4. Christofferson with a .452 OPS. And Teddy Nesmith is batting 8th and playing second base. Had a nice game yesterday. He's batting .273 on the season with a .701 OPS. And then Grant Rohrig had a nice game yesterday as well. A couple of hits, a couple of walks. Grant Rohrig playing right field and batting 9th. Grant has a .632 OPS. So a good number of walks for Grant. He has taken 8 walks on the season. Now pitching, like I said, is Jack Moskowitz. He has 29 2/3 innings on the season. He's made 9 appearances, 6 of them starts. He is 3-3. He's given up 39 hits in those 29 innings, 20 earned runs, 19 walks. His ERA is a 4.71. Now, Ryan Vitt used all of his pitches yesterday, so he will not be available. Other pitchers that you'll find maybe an inning or two, Hayden Christofferson, Connor Peterson, Teddy Nesmith, Mikey Robe. They've all pitched a little bit for the season, as well as Jackson Beacom. So we'll see if the Tanagers need somebody to step in, who will step up. All right, when we come back, we will have the Lennox starting lineup. This is all part of the Carlson's Body Shop pregame show, brought to you by, of course, Carlson's Body Shop, serving the area since 1956, your complete car care center. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank from Prentice Park. I'm Michael Schumacher.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
At Voyage Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Baseball. Post 1 taking on Post 174 of Lennox in the elimination game of the Region 3B tournament. Vermillion gave their starting lineups. We have starting lineups for Lennox as well. Leading off and playing center field will be Jackson Bittner. Bittner on the season batting .288 with a .749 OPS. Batting second and playing first base, Jackson Onaker. Onaker batting .327 with a .979 OPS. Talon Ike is batting third and playing short. He's batting .345 with a .973 OPS this season. Cole Spieler is pitching. Number 21, he's batting .356 with an .882 OPS. Dane Moeller is playing right field. He is number 4, batting .300 with an .817 OPS. Batting sixth and playing third base, Nate Haar. Nate Haar, .615 OPS. Mason Reichel is catching, number 35. And Reichel on the season with a .549 OPS. Batting eighth and playing second base, Cullen Wright. Cullen Wright with a .385 OPS. And Gabe Vierink is playing left field. Vierink on the season, batting .321 with a .752 OPS. The starting pitcher for Lennox will be Cole Spieler. He's been their ace this season, 39 2/3 innings pitched. 6 starts, 4 relief appearances, 2-1 on the season. In those innings, 35 hits, 15 earned runs, 20 walks. His ERA is 2.647 and a whip of 13.87. So Bittner, Onaker, Ike, Spieler, Moeller, Haar, Reichel, Wright, and Vierink. So that's your starting lineups for Lennox. Lennox has defeated Vermillion twice this season. Once in the first game of the season, 2-0. And then once last week, 3-1. So neither game high scoring. I believe Spieler was the starting pitcher both times. So that'll be the matchup tonight. Moskowitz versus Spieler. Tanagers versus Orioles. Post 1 versus Post 174. We'll be back with the national anthem and the code of conduct right after this. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This is the Carlson's Body Shop pregame show. And from Prentice Park, I'm Michael Schumacher.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right.
And that was our national anthem. We always pause for that, and I take a moment to thank my daughter, Leela, who is serving in the North Carolina National Guard, my dad, Gary Schumacher, who served in the Army in the Vietnam War era, my uncle Leroy, who served in the Army, my late uncle George Dyson, who served in the Air Force, and my late uncle Richard Harvey, who served in the Navy. I also take a moment to remember Chris Keeler, one of my best friends, one of my groomsmen in my wedding, who passed away a few years ago from an illness incurred from his service in the Middle East. So I want to thank and remember Chris Keeler for his service as well. All right, well, we are getting ready for some baseball. Vermillion Post 1. Lennox Post 174. We're in Vermillion, but Lennox is the home team, so Vermillion will bat first. Beautiful, beautiful day out here. Warm, and I sweat anyhow, so that'll be interesting. Got to learn not to wear shirts that show the sweat unless I'm at the gym, because then that feels like an accomplishment. I want to thank our sponsors, Carlson's Body Shop pregame show. Our scoreboard sponsor is Masaba. Masaba, doing great things in Vermillion for a number of years. Our overall corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank. Also, Murph's Appliance and Fast Auto Glass. Murph's Appliance sponsors timeouts during like basketball and football. Fast Auto Glass is the halftime sponsor. So you'll see them up on the scroll over there, because up top, because, well, we don't have a place to put them. Otherwise, a way to get them in, because that is a sponsorship that doesn't apply to baseball. So that's why we have them up there. You'll hear me mention them every once in a while. So Cole Spieler again on the mound for Lennox. And so we will bring you that. He is finishing up, warming up here. Leading off for Vermillion will be, again, Connor Peterson, followed by Matt Robe and Michael Robe. So, again, a beautiful night out here, beautiful day out here. Vermillion has the beautiful green fence, kind of a mini green monster in left field. It's 300 feet down the left field line, 336 down the right field line, 367 to straightaway center, and 354 to the alleys. Vermillion in their all-white uniforms with red letters and numbers and that deep blue-black trim. Lennox in their white uniforms with black pinstripes, black numbers and letters with orange trim and orange sleeves. And we are starting. Connor Peterson steps up. First pitch coming up from the Region 3B elimination game. Spieler looks in. The left-hander winds and delivers. First pitch is high for ball one. And we are off. 12:01 right now. Second pitch in the dirt, 2-0. So again, the winner of this game will go on to play at 5 o'clock. The loser will be done. Want to thank you for joining us, and this will be your home for Vermillion Athletics for football, volleyball, and basketball as well. And softball, of course. Pitches inside, 3-0. So like I said, Spieler, pretty solid all season, but off to a rough start here. 3 straight balls. Connor Peterson awaits. Connor Peterson been getting hot as of late, and that is ball 4. Peterson is aboard via a 4-pitch walk. And the top of this order for Vermillion can be trouble once they're on base. Connor Peterson, Matt Robe, and Michael Robe all have quite a bit of speed, and they are dangerous on the base paths, so Vermillion's able to try to manufacture some runs. So Matt Robe, the left-hander, steps up, playing left field today, number 11. Again, one of the leading hitters on this team, so it's a lefty-lefty matchup. That pitch is in for the first strike of the game for Cole Spieler. Again, a little bit of a breeze. Trees moving, but man, Prentice Park might be one of the best fields in the state. Spieler working from the stretch now, winds, throws back to first, and oh, Peterson is caught off. That is a great move by Spieler to get the first out, so makes up for the walk, and so now it's an 0-1 count with 1 down as Peterson is caught off of first. That really is a good move, sneaky move. Left-handed pitchers have a lot of an advantage over right-handed pitchers on that move to first. And so now Matt Robe is in 0-1 count with 1 down and nobody on. Second pitch in for a strike, 0-2. So all of a sudden Cole Spieler feels like maybe he's righted the ship after the 4-pitch walk. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So a 3-pitch strikeout to Matt Robe, and all of a sudden it's 2 down now. So Mikey Robe takes strike 1, 0-1. So Spieler winds and delivers. That pitch is lifted high. Shallow right field. First baseman goes back, makes the play for technically a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. At the end of half an inning, it's Vermillion nothing. Lennox coming to bat. We'll be back with the bottom half of the first after these messages. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Are you ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Being safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Vermillion tied with Lennox at nothing to start off this game. We're heading into the bottom half of the first. And the first pitch is bunted back to the pitcher. Moskowitz throws it over to first. Not in time. That is an infield single. That is an infield single for Lennox. That was for Jackson Bittner. So Lennox now has a hit. That brings up Jackson Onaker. First pitch, in for a strike, 0-1. Ball one, evens the count at 1-1. So both teams get their first opening runner on. We'll see if Lennox is able to do anything with that. Runner takes off. Here's a throw from Peterson down to second, and that will just not. It was in time. He just could not get the tag applied, but nice stolen base there. And that is ball two. 2-1 now with a runner on second. On deck is shortstop Talon Ike. Onaker grounds that to short. Fielded there by Vitt. Vitt comes up thrown over to first just in time. And the runner is not able to advance, so one down now with the runner on second. So that brings up Talon Ike. On deck, pitcher Cole Spieler. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Quickly 2-0 now to Ike. Ball three, 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Runner on second, one down. That is in for a strike. 3-1 on Talon Ike. Pitcher Spieler is on deck. That is low, ball four, so now runners at first and second with one down for Cole Spieler. Boy, you know Spieler would love to help himself here.
You get two. Go, Verb.
Spieler, left-handed batter, takes a swing and misses 0-1. Right fielder Moeller is on deck. Ooh, catches the outside corner, 0-2. Best way to try to stifle a rally, get a strikeout, get that second out up there. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming. Moskowitz comes set, comes home. That is laced over to second, fielded cleanly. The throw to first is not in time, though. They do get the runner at second. So Teddy Nesmith with the nice play at second base, over to Vitt at short. But just a Spieler too fast heading down the first baseline. So now two down, runner at first and third. Spieler aboard via a fielder's choice. So that brings up Dane Moeller, number 4, the right fielder, right-handed batter. That pitch is lifted into right center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. That'll score one run. Grant Rohrer gets to it in time, and there's going to be a play at the plate. Here's the throw home. Peterson gets it, and just not in time. 2 runs score on the double. by Dane Moeller. It's now 2-0 in favor of Lennox. Moeller with a 2-out double to right center field. Brings around Spieler and brings around Bittner. So that brings up Nate Haar, the third baseman, number 32, with a runner on second, 2 down, and a 2-0 lead for Lennox on the Mesaba scoreboard. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. On deck is catcher Mason Reichel. Strike one, 1-1. That ball's in the dirt, 2-1. And that is ball 3. 3-1 to Nate Haar. Runner on second with 2 down. 3-0. That ball's chopped right up the middle over the head of Moskowitz and into center field. That will score another run on the single. On the single by Nate Haar. So makes the score 3-0 in favor of Lennox. Brings up catcher Mason Reichel. On deck, second baseman Cullen Wright. That ball chopped right up the middle. Fielded cleanly by Nesmith, and they will take out the lead runner, tossing that to Ryan Vitt, and that will be the third out of the inning. So some nice fielding there to close out the inning. But 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. One runner left on base. At the end of 1, it's Lennox 3, Vermillion nothing. We'll be back with inning number 2 after these messages. Again, 3-0 Lennox on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Slumberland Furniture in Yankton, the place to shop for your next new mattress. Find brands like Stearns & Foster, Nectar, and the hottest selling mattress, Purple, measured for your comfort and a dream-laden night's sleep. There's the new Adapt by Tempur-Pedic as well. Slumberland Furniture has Flex Steel furniture too. Comfy and classy. That's Slumberland Furniture, 2401 Broadway, Yankton.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
Remember the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank as we enter the second inning. Leading off for Vermillion will be Jack Moskowitz, followed by Corbin Heckens and Ryan Vitt. They'll all be facing left-hander Corbin Heckens, Cole Spieler for Lennox Post 174. So Lennox does lead on the Mesaba scoreboard 3-0. So Vermillion looking to get some of those runs back. Moskowitz would really love to get some runs back. And he'll start off the inning here. Again, followed by Heckens and Vitt. So the left-handed pitching Spieler winds and delivers. First pitch of the inning. Inside. That pitch is laced into center field. That will drop for a single for Jack Moskowitz. So Moskowitz gets the first hit of the game for Vermillion. It looks like Moskowitz is going to run for himself. They're not sending in a courtesy runner. So Corbin Heckens steps into bat. Ryan Vitt on deck. Heckens has really been coming on strong as of late. Squares to bunt. Offers at it. Strike one. 0-1. Gosh, that is a good move by Spieler. Moskowitz gets back in time, but that might be why, that having somebody experienced out there might be why Coach Heisinger's not using a courtesy runner. I'm not quite sure, but Spieler's got quite the move. Looks home, comes to the stretch. Heckens squares again, offers at it, and unable to make contact. 0-2. So first of 3 games here from Prentice Park. So if you love baseball, get on down here and check it out. Good seats still available. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is high. 1-2. I hear a plane going overhead, and when I was coming in from Yankton, saw a helicopter pass. I mean, seemed pretty low right over Highway 50, right by Mission Hill. It was interesting. Spieler looks, comes home. And that is in for called strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning. That is the second strikeout thrown by Spieler. That'll bring up shortstop Ryan Vitt with third baseman Hayden Christofferson on deck. I didn't see any. Yeah, I just didn't see anything coming out, so it was interesting. Swing and a miss by Vitt, 0-1. And that's what I thought, too. I thought, I bet they're spraying, but they might have been surveying something, too. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Ryan Vitt. Moskowitz just gets a small lead off of first. That is chopped down the third base line, but that is foul. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. That is high, 1-2. Shout out to my trivia team last night. What the fact? We tied for first at the Boathouse. We did not get the tiebreaker, though. The question was, what year did We Are Family by Sister Sledge come out? Both teams guessed 1978, but they guessed wrong quicker than we did, so they won. And that is high, evens the count at 2-2. So Vitt gets the sign from Coach Heisinger. Steps in here. Pitch is popped up into shallow center field. Shortstop Ike glides over to grab that for the second out of the inning. So with 2 down and a runner still at first, that will bring up number 4, third baseman Hayden Christofferson. On deck is second baseman number 2, Teddy Nesmith. So again, Vermillion will play at 5 o'clock if they're able to make a comeback here. Lots of time left. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. And we'll have that here on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. That ball's fouled off, 1-1. That pitch fouled off. 1-2. Pitch is hit into left field. That will be foul. Count remains 1-2.
Good swing.
Ball 2 evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Hayden Christofferson. Runner at first, 2 down here in the top half of the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Ball 3, full count. Christofferson working the count here. It's part of the game here with the Legion. You try to max out your opposing team's pitcher on pitches. So here's the payoff pitch. That is lifted high into shallow center field. Got a late break on it, but they will come in and make it. That center fielder is Jackson Bittner, able to get into it. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. At the ending, an inning and a half, it's Vermillion nothing. Lennox 3 on the Masaba scoreboard. We'll be back with more. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher from Prentice Park.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals are your locally owned and operated ready mix and rental companies available in both Yankton and Vermillion. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? You can also get all your hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more for any job you need to get done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals as your concrete and rental equipment headquarters of Yankton and Vermillion.
Nice. Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow. Downtown Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball at Prentice Park. I'm Michael Schumacher. Lennox coming up here in the bottom half of the second contending, leading 3-0 on the Masaba scoreboard. Vermillion Baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. First pitch by Moskowitz, laced down the right field line, but that will curve foul for strike 1. It'll be Cullen Wright, Gabe Vierink, and Jackson Bittner coming up this inning for Lennox. So Moskowitz pitched 19 pitches in that first inning. Gets a swing and a miss here. Quickly ahead, 0-2 on Wright. Ooh, ball 1, 1-2. Zach and I always say if it's 0 whatever or whatever, no, boy, umpires are hesitant to give a 3-pitch strikeout and a 4-pitch walk, but a strike's a strike and a ball is a ball. So that one is in the dirt, 2-2. So again, Lennox got 3 runs on 3 hits in that first inning. And we are now at a full count after being ahead 0-2. Moskowitz now at 24 pitches. Winds and delivers. Payoff pitch is fouled off. Count remains 3-2. That is strike 3. So Cullen Wright goes down on strikes. That is the first strikeout of the game for Moskowitz. That will bring up left fielder Gabe Burink. On deck, the top of the order, Jackson Bittner. Burink, a left-handed batter, steps in. That ball grounded right up the middle, under the glove of Moskowitz. Slow roller, going to be a close play at first, and there will not be a play at first. Nesmith could not get to that in time. That was such a slow roller, actually just stopped a few feet in front of him. So that will be a single for Gabe Burink. That'll put a runner at first. And they're going to have a talk out there. Coach heads out, and we'll take a quick timeout, brought to you by Murph's Appliance and Fast Auto Glass.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/career. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball. With this heat and the heat advisory, we are having a little bit of a water break. Some water being brought out to Connor Peterson behind the plate, and some water being brought out by the coaching staff to Jack Moskowitz. So Moskowitz going to get back on the mound there. I've just been feeling the heat just a little bit. It's a warm one. There's no doubt about that. And so we're going to get back in now with the runner on first and one down. Jackson Bittner, the left-handed batter, leads off. Or the leadoff batter will come up. He singled his first time up, came around and scored the first run of the game for Lennox. Moskowitz working from the stretch. That is lifted into center field. Mikey Rowe pretty much stays put, and that'll be out number 2. That brings up first baseman Jackson Anaker, grounded out to short in his first time up. On deck is shortstop Talon Ike. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. That pitch is lifted foul down the third base line. So 1-1 with 2 down and a runner on first. Here in the bottom of the second, Lennox with that 3-0 lead. Fouled off, count moves to 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out. A lot of synchronicity there, as Jackson Anaker would love to extend the Lennox inning as they currently lead 3-0 here in the bottom half of the second. At Prentice Park, first of 3 games on the day for Region 3B. Moved up, I believe, because of the potential storms. There's a throw down to second on the steal attempt, and that got the tag, and he is out. He is out, so Anaker will be the leadoff batter as Burink is caught stealing. Nice job by Connor Peterson to get that third out. Nice job. He has a great arm. So, in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of 2, it's Lennox 3, Vermillion nothing on the Masaba scoreboard. We'll be back with inning number 3 after this on Vermillion Tangers on YouTube from Prentice Park. I'm Michael Schumacher. Vermillion Tangers Baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
For over 40 years, your local heating and cooling contractor has been Larry's Heating and Cooling. How did they stay in business that long? The customers know they stand behind their work. They offer top quality name brand equipment, and no one matches Larry's pricing when compared to the other local Lennox dealers based in Iowa. Larry's is $2,000 less for the same equipment. Not a Larry's customer? When you're ready to upgrade, trust Larry's. Honest prices, no gimmicks, and reliable service. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
At Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. As we head into the third inning, Lennox leads Vermillion by a score of 3-0. Leading off for Vermillion will be Teddy Nesmith, followed by Grant Rohrig, and then the top of the order, and Connor Peterson. First pitch from Spieler is a ball, 1-0. So Vermillion really trying to get on the board here. They've only had one batter appear more than the minimum. That's high, 2-0. Spieler hasn't been his sharpest. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Does get a swing and a tip, 2-1. That is grounded over to second. Fielded cleanly. It's going to be a close play at first, and they will just get him. Nice job by Cullen Wright to field that as Nesmith is out to start the inning on a 4-3. That'll bring up right fielder Grant Rohrig. On deck is catcher Connor Peterson. All right, so first pitch on Grant is a strike, 0-1. I want to thank Chad Peterson for running down and grabbing the water for me because I did not think on my way here. And that pitch is a ball, evens the count at 1-1. That's in for a strike, 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the second out of the inning, and that is the third strikeout of the game for Spieler. That'll bring up Connor Peterson with Matt Robe on deck. That ball grounded between first and second. A diving attempt, but no good. Connor Peterson is aboard for the second time today with a single. So he is 1 for 1. So that's the second hit of the game for Vermillion. That brings up left fielder Matt Robe. And on deck, center fielder Mike Robe. So left-handed batter Matty Robe will see if he can get Connor Peterson around. Willing to bet Peterson takes a little bit less of a lead here. Spieler was able to ground him off. Oh, and that's going to be hit into right field, and that will drop in for a single. Nice job of hitting by Matty Robe. All of a sudden, hits back-to-back, puts runners at first and second, and that will bring up center fielder Mikey Robe. So with that speed, if you can get the runners moving and a hit by Robe, you could probably get 2 runs across, which would be nice given that 3-run deficit. So Mikey Robe steps in. Matty Robe off of first, Connor Peterson off of second, grounded down the third baseline, but that is foul, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch from Spieler. That ball chopped down to third base, and that will be an out. Just takes care of it himself. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. In the inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. At the end of 2.5, it is Lennox 3, Vermillion nothing on the Mesaba scoreboard. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 3rd after these messages. From Prentice Park in Vermillion, I'm Michael Schumacher, and this is Vermillion Tanagers Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, baby, I got a great idea for your next commercial. You're in a jungle with a dinosaur, looking for an outlet for your vacuum.
A dinosaur? No, I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning. You know, like office buildings, ensuring happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
Commercial buildings? I think I can work with that, Jerry. I'm gonna make you a star.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Welcome back to Prentice Park in Vermillion. I'm Michael Schumacher. It's game 1 of 3 for the Region 3B tournament. Vermillion trails Lennox heading into the bottom half of the 3rd inning, trails 3-0. Defensive change, Hayden Christofferson moves from 3rd to 2nd, and Teddy Nesmith from 2nd to 3rd. First pitch from Jack Moskowitz to Jackson Onaker is a ball, 1-0. That ball is high, 2-0. So it'd be Onaker, Ike, and Spieler. That sounds like a law firm. Grounded over to short, fielded cleanly by Vitt. Comes up throwing. Oh, bounces past Heckens, and that will be an error. And that will be an error on Vermillion, throwing error, because it did bounce in. And so that is Vermillion's first error of the game. Brings up shortstop Talon Ike, who walked his first time up. Pitcher Cole Spieler reached on a fielder's choice. He is on deck. So another trip out to the mound. We'll take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion and Fast Auto Glass. We'll be right back.
Fuller Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball. Here's the pitch from Moskowitz. Connor Peterson takes off the mask, gets underneath, and he will make the catch on the pop-up by Talon Ike. So one pitch, one out there. So one down with a runner on first, and that will bring up pitcher Cole Spieler. Ball's fouled off, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Moskowitz. Runner on first, one down. Ball's chopped. Wow, slowly down the third baseline. That's going to be trouble all the way around, and that will be an infield single for Cole Spieler. Just nothing you could do with that, and so Onaker moves down to second. Spieler is on first with a single. That is the 5th hit of the game for Lennox, and that will bring up right fielder Dane Moeller. It's a lush infield, and that's slowing down the ball. Like Chad said, should have mowed it lower, and those would have been some easy plays there. So that brings up Dane Moeller, who doubled in 2 runs his first time up. That ball's chopped over too short, and Vitt is unable to come up with it. And there's going to be a run scored, as that will bring home Anaker, and so that'll make the score 4-0. That is the 6th hit of the game for Lennox. Now with one down. So Moeller is 2 for 2. If you're looking for an MVP for Lennox right now, I think it's Moeller. That'll bring up third baseman Nate Haar, number 32. And that is in for a strike, 0-1. So now 4-0 in favor of Lennox on the Masaba scoreboard. That ball's chopped foul, 0-2. On deck is catcher Mason Reichel. So Jack Moskowitz up to 41 pitches. Ball's chopped down the third baseline, fielded cleanly there by Nesmith, and that will get the lead runner. Nice job by Nesmith to get that play, and that will get the lead runner. So still runners at first and second, but now 2 down. Haar is now aboard via the fielder's choice. That brings up catcher Mason Reichel, number 35. On deck, second baseman Cullen Wright. That pitch will make it to the backstop, and that will advance the runner. So now runners at second and third. 1-0 is the count. 2 down. Yeah, you don't want to give up another run here. 4 is enough to try to make up in the remaining 4 innings. That ball is chopped down the third baseline, but that will be foul. 1-1. Reichel grounded out to second his first time up. Ball is inside, 2-1. Oh, and that is hit just past Christofferson at second, and that will score 2 runs on the single by Reichel. Moeller scores. Haar scores. So with 2 down, the score is now 6-0 in favor of Lennox. Runner at first with 2 down. Here in the bottom half of the third inning. Cullen Wright, the second baseman, comes up. He struck out in the second inning. On deck is left fielder Gabe Vierink. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support North Dakota.
Welcome back to Prentice Park in Vermillion. I'm Michael Schumacher, and this is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota. National Bank on the Mesaba scoreboard. Vermillion trails 6-0. Leading off for the Tanagers here at the top of the fourth, it is Jack Moskowitz. So ball one to Moskowitz. It'll be Moskowitz, Heckens, and Vitt. Ball's chopped foul, 1-1. That is ball two, 2-1 to Moskowitz. That ball is popped up down the right field line, gliding over and making the catch is right fielder Dane Moeller. That brings up first baseman Corbin Heckens. Here's the first pitch to Heckens. That's ball one. Fouled off for strike one. 1-1 to Heckens. On deck, shortstop Ryan Vitt. That ball is laced into left field, and that will get past the left fielder. That's going to go and make it to the warning track. That's going to be a double for Corbin Heckens. Heckens pulls into second, standing up, so that is Vermillion's fourth hit of the game. A nice job of hitting by Corbin Heckens. Puts a runner in scoring position for shortstop Ryan Vitt. So Spieler working from the stretch. That is ball one, 1-0. So according to Game Changer and us up here, that officially means Cole Spieler, if Lennox does win, cannot pitch in the nightcap. So he is done for today. He's actually done. He can't play tomorrow either, can he? Nope. So that ball is grounded over to second, fielded cleanly there, over to first for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up now second baseman Hayden Christofferson.
Job hit. Go forward. Base hit. Let's go.
Spieler spins around, not in time to get Heckens, but ball is off the inside of the bat. Spieler comes across and cannot make the catch. That is a strike. 0-1. Spieler made a valiant effort to get to that. No throw back to second. So if you're a fan of Lennox and looking at who they might have in that second game, Leffers is probably the second, the pitcher with the second most innings for Lennox, and he has an ERA on the season of 1.78 with a whip of 1.08. So actually probably more the ace for this Lennox team. So that might be why they are going to let Spieler go. So here's the 0-2 pitch coming up to Hayden Christofferson. That is high, 1-2. Now, if you get into that nightcap, you might play it a little bit differently, too. You might see if you can get Leffers to 45 pitches, and then your next pitcher, which looks like Onaker. That is inside in the dirt, and Heckens not able to advance. Evens the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on base number 2 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Vermillion trails Lennox by a score of 6-0. Spieler on the mound facing Hayden Christofferson. Working from the stretch. Heckens at second. Ball 3, 3-2. Ball's grounded, foul. Count remains 3-2. Payoff pitch again coming up. Spieler's payoff pitch is high and outside. That is ball 4. So now runners at first and second. Like we were talking, 2-out rallies are hard to do much with, but we have 2 outs and 2 runners on, and that will bring up third baseman Teddy Nesmith. Nesmith grounded out to second back in the 3rd inning to lead off the 3rd inning. Left-handed batter steps in against the left-handed Spieler. That is outside, ball 1, 1-0. On deck is right fielder Grant Rohrig. And there's going to be a meeting at the mound, so we'll take a quick timeout. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance and Fast Auto Glass. Here in the top of the 4th, Vermillion trails Lennox 6-0. We'll be back right after this on Vermillion Tanagers YouTube. Vermillion Baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
We're back at it now. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. That timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance and Fast Auto Glass. With a count of 1-0 on Teddy Nesmith, Cole Spieler. Might have just been a resetting, just a little bit of a rest there. Winds and delivers. That is low. Ball 2, 2-0. So again, Vermillion trying for the 2-out rally here. Trailing 6-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. That is ball 3, 3-0. So Spieler scuffling just a little bit, and that's a 4-pitch walk. Loads the bases here with 2 down here in the top of the 4th. So Nesmith at first, Christofferson at second, Heckens at third. Brings up right fielder Grant Rohrig. Rohrig has walked 10 times this season. So, his batting average isn't the greatest, but his OPS is amazing because of his ability to draw a walk. And Connor Rohrig did the same thing. So here's the first pitch to Grant. That's in for a strike, 0-1. On deck would be Connor Peterson. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And that pitch is inside for called strike 3. So, in the inning, Vermillion has no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 runners left on base at the end of 3.5. It's Lennox 6, Vermillion nothing on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And we'll be back. I'm Michael Schumacher from Prentice Park. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainsbodyshop.com.
Jordan Kirkman here from downtown Vermillion's American Family Insurance Office. We love being part of the community and want to help with your insurance needs. So stop in today and see me, Jordan Kirkman, sales specialist with Buchelman & Associates, located at 112 West Main Street, or call 605-624-2025. And if you're in Yankton, be sure to stop by our new office there as well. Go Tanagers and go Yotes.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball as we head into the bottom half of the 4th inning with Vermillion trailing on the Mesaba scoreboard 6-0. Vermillion Baseball is brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Leading off for Lennox will be the 9th batter, number 23, Gabe Veering, the left fielder. On deck, the top of the order in center fielder Jackson Bittner, and then first baseman Jackson Onaker. First pitch is called ball 1, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. That ball just gets out of the infield, and that will be a single for Gabe Veering. Brings up center fielder Jackson Bittner, who has singled in the first and flown out to center field in the second. So runner at first, nobody down. That pitch is fouled off. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 0-2. Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. That ball's chopped right up the middle. Back to Moskowitz. Over to Vitt at second. Back over to first. And safe at first. So 1 down. And Bittner is aboard via the fielder's choice. That'll bring up first baseman Jackson Anaker. On deck, shortstop Talon Ike. Ball's lifted high down the left field line, and foul ball for strike one. Fouled off for strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Moskowitz working from the set. That ball's lifted into deep left center field. Mikey Robe gliding over, not able to get to it. That is going to drop. That will be a multiple base hit, and that'll put runners at second and third on the double for Jackson Anaker. Mikey Robe made a good effort to try to get there, just couldn't quite make it. And so Anaker with the double puts runners at second and third. Brings up shortstop Talon Ike. On deck, pitcher Cole Spieler. Ball's lifted into deep left field, and that is going back, and Matt Robe fields it off the fence. And they get that back in. That'll be another double. Keeps runners at second and third. That is the 10th hit. 11th hit. Tenth hit. So runners at second and third now. It is now 7-0. And we will have a timeout. And I think we're going to have a pitching change. So this timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance and Fast Auto Glass. On the Mesaba scoreboard, Vermillion trails Lennox 7-0. We'll be back with more. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota, nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River.
I cut that short because if Vermillion's not able to come back, that's Moskowitz's last time leaving the pitching mound. And so wanted to make sure we brought it back for that. Coach Heisinger is giving the ball to Hayden Christofferson. So it looks like Heckens is going. So Rorg's coming out. Heckens going to right field. Quentin Cogley at third. And we have probably Moskowitz going to first. And Nesmith going back to second. All right, so those are the changes. Well, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. So, as we mentioned, Hayden Christopherson now pitching. Teddy Nesmith back to second. Quinn Cogley comes in to play third. Grant Rohrig comes out. Corbin Heckens moves out to right field. And Jack Moskowitz to first. So the first pitch to Cole Spieler is fouled off for strike number 1. 0-1. That pitch is lifted high down the left field line. That will be foul and out of play. 0-2. Ball's grounded to second, fielded by Nesmith over to first, and a run will score. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Runner will advance to third, and that will make it 8-0 in favor of Lennox. So a sacrifice by Spieler. Puts a runner at third and scores a run. That brings up right fielder Dane Moeller. First pitch to Moeller in for a strike, 0-1. On deck is third baseman Nate Haar. Ball is grounded over to short. Vitt over to first. Moskowitz can't get to that throw. And so a run will score, making it 9-0 in favor of Lennox. And Moeller will end up at second on the error. So that'll bring up third baseman Nate Haar. First pitch in for a strike to Haar. Christopherson looks back. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 0-2. That is a ball. 1-2. One ball, two strikes, one on, two out. Christopherson looks in for the sign. Looks back at second where Dane Moeller sits. And that is high. Ball 2, 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that is the third out of the inning. Christopherson's first strikeout. So 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 4, it's 9-0 Lennox on the Mesaba scoreboard. We'll be back with more Vermillion Baseball from Prentice Park. I'm Michael Schumacher, and this is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
At Voyage Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Vermillion leads 9-0 on the trails 9-0 to Lennox on the Mesaba scoreboard. Connor Peterson is up for Vermillion. Senior will be playing at Mount Marty in the fall. First pitch grounded past the third baseman. That will be a close play at first, and that is a single for Connor Peterson. So Connor Peterson with a single in what very well could be his final at bat as a post one player. Connor Peterson gets an infield single. Brings up left fielder Matty Robe. On deck, center fielder Mikey Robe. Left-handed batter Matt steps up. Peterson gets a lead off of first. That's fouled off right into the plate. 0-1. Ball is in the dirt, 1-1. Ball 2-1. Two balls, one strike to Matt Robe. Spieler, the left-handed, pitches, and that is in the dirt. 3-1. Just a reminder, if you're a baseball fan, South Central League baseball coverage will start this weekend. District 6B. That will be on 5-star streaming on YouTube. And that is ball 4. So Matt Robe is available. So Vermillion gets something going. Runners at first and second, and nobody out. Brings up center fielder Mikey Robe, number 5. On deck, first baseman Jack Moskowitz. That's in for a strike, 0-1. So no balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. for strike 3. So that is 1 down. Brings up Jack Moskowitz. Moskowitz, the first baseman, started the game at pitcher, has singled and flown out. He's 1 for 2 today. Pitch is high, 1-0. Corbin Heckens, now in right field, is on deck. Ball's chopped foul. 1-1. Spieler working pretty deliberately. Runners at first and second. That ball's lifted into right field. That could drop in. That will drop in for a single. And each runner will advance 1 base. So now bases loaded with 1 down. And a single for Jack Moskowitz. All of a sudden, Vermillion has something going. That brings up right fielder Corbin Heckens, who doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 today. On deck, shortstop Ryan Vitt. Love to see Corbin get a hit here, get something into right center field, get that to the fence, get a couple runs, maybe 3 runs to score. Pitch is low, 1-0. Spieler looks in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded here in the top half of the 5th. Vermillion trailing 9-0, but looking to try to get some runs on the board. That ball grounded down the third baseline. Fielded not cleanly by the third baseman. Does get the throw over to first. For the out, but a sacrifice there by Corbin Heckens will get Vermillion's first run across. And so that'll put runners at second and third. And that'll bring up shortstop Ryan Vitt with Matt Robe on third and Jack Moskowitz on second. Vitt 0 for 2 would like to get his first hit here. Swing and a miss. 0-1. On deck, pitcher Hayden Christofferson. That ball grounded right up the middle. Not fielded cleanly by the pitcher, and that's going to put everybody safe. Matty Robe comes around to score. Jack Moskowitz to third. Ryan Vitt on an infield single. So now that is the 7th hit of the game for Vermillion. Runners at first and third, and it's 9-2 in favor of Lennox. Brings up pitcher Hayden Christofferson. On deck is second baseman Teddy Nesmith. Pitch is outside, 1-0. So Vermillion trying to make a game of it. It's now 9-2 in favor of Lennox. 2 down here in the top half of the 5th. That's a hit down the right field line. Tailing. Yo, that is caught right on the foul line for the 3rd out of the inning. But in the inning, Vermillion does score 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base. At the end of 4 1/2, it's Vermillion 2, Lennox 9 on the Masaba scoreboard. We'll be back with more after these messages from our sportscasters. From Prentice Park, I'm Michael Schumacher. This is Vermillion Tangers Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Masaba scoreboard, Vermillion trails Lennox 9-2. Here in the bottom half of the fifth inning, leading off for Lennox will be Mason Reichel, followed by Cullen Wright and Gabe Vierink. Fouled back, 0-1. Now, if you're Lennox, I mean, you got to hope you score 3 runs here, because you'd love to not have to extend this game, because Cole Spieler looked gassed at the end of the fifth. And you don't want to have to bring in another pitcher. And that pitch is in for a strike, 0-2. Even with the 7-run lead, you wonder if they'll stick with Spieler, since he can't pitch again today or tomorrow. Here's the pitch from Christofferson. That ball is grounded down the first baseline. Fielded cleanly by Moskowitz, over to Hayden Christofferson for the first out of the inning. Nice play there by Moskowitz. Great job there by Christofferson to field it. So that is the first out of the inning. That brings up second baseman Cullen Wright, who is 0 for 2 today. On deck is left fielder Gabe Vierink. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Inside, 2-2. 2-2 to Cullen Wright. Again on deck, Gabe Vierink. Fouled off. Count remains 2-2. So Christofferson's 2-2 pitch. Low. Full count now to Cullen Wright. Ball is fouled off. Count remains 3-2. Ball's chopped right back to Christofferson. He'll run it over to first and toss it to Moskowitz for the second out of the inning. So after a 3-1 putout, now it's a 1-3 putout for the first 2 outs of the inning. That brings up left fielder Gabe Vierink. That pitch is high, 1-0. Ball's chopped right back to Christofferson over to Moskowitz. So 3-1, 1-3, 1-3. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom half of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head into the 6th. Lennox leads Vermillion by a score of 9-2. We'll be back with more. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Are you ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher from Prentice Park, where Vermillion trails 9-2 heading into the top of the 6th with Teddy Nesmith, Quentin Cogley, and Connor Peterson. Nesmith, the left-handed batter, steps up, and he hits that crisply to second, fielded cleanly, over to first for the first out of the inning. Nesmith has hit it hard today, but was only able to get aboard once so far. Brings up third baseman, number 24, Quentin Cogley. On deck, the top of the order, and Connor Peterson. Here's the 0-1 pitch coming from Spieler. That's fouled off, 0-2. And I fully expect them to just try to ride Spieler out until the end so they have every other pitcher available. That ball is grounded right up the middle, and that's a single for Cogley. The 8th hit of the game for Vermillion puts a runner on first. Brings up Connor Peterson. Pitch is high, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Number 1, Connor Peterson in the box. Number 21, Cole Spieler on the mound. That ball is lifted into center field, and that will drop for a single for Connor Peterson. And he is safe at second. So Cogley in at second. He had to hold up, wasn't sure if that was going to be held. But Connor Peterson with 2 consecutive singles here in what might be his last Vermillion game. And that is a great thing, as he has really come on strong, and he's going to be a great addition to that Mount Marty team next year. So Cogley at second, Peterson at first, brings up Matt Robe. Robe, the left fielder, walked his last time up. That is fouled off, 0-1. So Vermillion only being out hit 10-9. It's just been the combination of and timing of hits that's hurt them this afternoon. So Spieler, the left-hander, works from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that gets past Robe. And runners will advance to second and third. So runners at second and third. Count is 1-1.
No, 0-2.
Are they going to say he swung?
Blue, is that 0-2?
Wow. Okay. That ball is lifted over to second, fielded cleanly. Run comes home. So sacrifice by Robe brings home Cogley, makes it a 9-3 game. And that brings up center fielder Michael Robe with a runner on second and 2 down. So 9-3. Vermillion trails Lennox. Robe gets a hold of that one. Gets over to third base. There's going to be a close play at first. And that gets past the first baseman. Peterson rounds third. And he's going to come home. That's going to make it 9-4. As Peterson will score. I think Robe gets a hit to get to the second. But the throwing error gets him, or gets to first. And then the throwing error gets him to second. So that brings up Jack Moskowitz with the score now 9-4 in favor of Lennox. That ball's laced up the middle. And Robe is going to stay at third, so runners at first and third now with 2 down.
Hey, boy, Moss. Let's go, Corbin. You're up, dude.
So these seniors are making some noise here before what might be their final game. But if they make enough noise, it won't be their final game. And that brings up right fielder Corbin Heckens, who has doubled, sacrificed and struck out. He's 1 for 2 on the day. On deck is Ryan Vitt. Takes ball 1. 1-0. Inside, 2-0. And that ball is lifted foul and out of play. 2-1 on Corbin Heckens. And fouled off. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Deuces wild here in the top half of the 6th inning as Vermillion's trying to make a comeback behind 9-4 now. And that is called strike 3. Heckens was glancing away from that, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. But in the inning, 2 runs on 4 hits. 1 error and 2 left on base. At the end of 5.5, it's Lennox 9, Vermillion 4. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 6th after these messages. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Being safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Slumberland Furniture in Yankton, the place to shop for your next new mattress. Find brands like Stearns & Foster, Nectar, and the hottest selling mattress, Purple, measured for your comfort and a dream-laden night's sleep. There's the new Adapt by Tempur-Pedic as well. Slumberland Furniture has Flex Steel furniture too, comfy and classy. That's Slumberland Furniture, 2401 Broadway, Yankton.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women, names like Ariat and Carhartt for men, boots and shoes and kids clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball. Jackson Bintner leads off this sixth inning for Lennox. Hayden Christopherson, first pitch is hit into shallow right field just beyond second baseman Teddy Nesmith. So that is a single for Bintner.
Hey, good effort.
That brings up Jackson Aniker, followed by shortstop Talon Ike. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Jackson Aniker. Ball's lifted foul. 2-2. That he did. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out with a runner on first here in the bottom half of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and here's the throw down to second, and he is out for a double play. No, he lost the ball.
No way.
Dang. So Bittner is safe at second. Aniker is down on a swinging strikeout. Wow. The throw was there in time. Just Bittner was able to kick the ball out of the glove. So runner at second now. So Talon Ike. So Talon Ike now comes up. He doubled his last time up. First pitch was a ball. 1-0. That is low and outside. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch, high, 3-0.
Hey, here we go.
Laced down the left field line, foul by about a foot. So 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Bittner runs back to second. 1 down. That's in for a strike. Full count, 3-2. And that is ball four. So now runners at first and second with one down. Brings up pitcher Cole Spieler. On deck is right fielder Dane Moeller. Ball one, 1-0. That ball's lifted high into left field, and that will be foul and out of play, 1-1.
Let's go, dude.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. As Christopherson tries to get the pitcher, left-handed batter Cole Spieler. That is low, 2-2. And that is now a full count, 3-2. So payoff pitch is grounded foul down the first baseline. Count remains 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch from Christopherson. Bittner gets his lead off a second. Grounded slowly. Fielded by the third baseman. Throw over to first. Not in time. That was a tough play to make just because it was such a slow roller. Also couldn't charge it because of the runner moving from second to third. So now runners at first and third on the single by Spieler. So bases are full. Spieler at first, Ike at second, Bittner at third. Moeller, the right fielder, comes up. He has been on 3 times today, but the umpires are discussing, as the runner did dictate how that ball could be fielded. So they're going to call the runner out at third. So that'll be the second out of the inning. So Bittner will be out at third. Now, there was no contact. Cogley had to wait for the ball. So that's a tough one. Hearing some disagreement. And yeah, I don't know what the runner could do. He would have then had to wait for it to be fielded, which would allow him to be tagged. So what it does is now gives us 2 outs with Dane Moeller up. Dane has been on 3 times, scored once. Moeller fields it, grounds it over to Cogley, and Cogley will just tag out Ike, and that will do it for the 3rd out of the inning. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. At the end of 6, it is Lennox 9, Vermillion 4 on the Masaba scoreboard. We'll be back. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Remember the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's double with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball. Top of the 7th. Vermillion needs to score 5 runs to keep the game going. Cole Spieler is out there for his 7th inning of work. He has been struggling the last few innings. He's given up 2 runs each of the last 2 innings. He's also given up most of his hits during that time as well. So leading off this inning for Vermillion will be Ryan Vitt, followed by Hayden Christofferson and Teddy Nesmith. So I think we're getting close to Spieler's pitch limit. So he's going to face Vitt and then probably be taken out. First pitch, in for a strike, 0-1. Ball is grounded, fielded, a liner to first for the first out of the inning. So that brings up Hayden Christofferson. That ball is lifted into center field. Second baseman goes back, makes the catch for the second out. So Vermillion down to their final out of the game. And that comes down to Teddy Nesmith, the second baseman. And Jacob Larson is going to get to hit. Jacob Larson, the senior. So Jacob Larson steps up. The senior steps in. Batting for Teddy Nesmith. You always try to give those seniors that last chance, and Jacob Larson's been a big part of this program.
Go, Jake. Here you go, Jacob.
Practices and games, he's always here, so you'd love seeing him get that opportunity. On deck is Quentin Cogley. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Go, Jake.
1-1. Ball's low. 2-1.
Find a way on.
Larson is a left-handed batter. He awaits the pitch from the left-handed pitcher Spieler. Here it comes. That is low. Ball 3. Can Larson get aboard in one of his final at-bats as a Vermillion Post 1 player? We shall see. Pitch from Spieler is high.
Yes, sir.
Ball 4. Jacob Larson is aboard. Jacob Larson with the walk. We'll see if they'll run for him. They will.
Jacob. Pitch, runner, number
So Duke Job will run. Jacob Larson gets a walk in what might be his final at bat as a Vermillion player, and he gets to come off to a round of applause. And that's what's amazing about this sport, getting those opportunities. So with the runner at first, and that'll be a new pitcher as well for Lennox. It looks like maybe number 25, number 35. So Mason Reichel. So then the catcher. So the catcher must be Talon Ike. We'll get it straightened out, but we'll take a quick timeout. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance and Fast Auto Glass. As we're in the top of the seventh, Vermillion trails 9-4, 2 outs, but they have runners on. We'll be back right after this. Vermillion Baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals are your locally owned and operated ready mix and rental companies available in both Yankton and Vermillion. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? You can also get all your hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more for any job you need to get done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals as your concrete and rental equipment headquarters of Yankton and Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball. There was a pitching change. Mason Reichel is now pitching for Lennox. Batting for Vermillion will be Quinton Cogley. One runner on first. That's Duke Job running for Jacob Larson, who got a walk. And batting is Quinton Cogley. 1 out or 2 outs. Runner on. Vermillion trails by 5. That's in for a strike. 1-1.
Base hit, bud.
Ball's chopped down the third baseline. Fair, fielded cleanly. Throw over to first just in time to get Cogley. And that will do it. Vermillion falls in that final inning. No runs. Oops. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Final score 9-4 in favor of Lennox. We'll be back with our post-game show right after these messages. This is Vermillion Baseball. This is Vermillion Baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/career. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
For over 40 years, your local heating and cooling contractor has been Larry's Heating and Cooling. How did they stay in business that long? The customers know they stand behind their work. They offer top quality name brand equipment, and no one matches Larry's pricing when compared to the other local Lennox dealers based in Iowa. Larry's is $2,000 less for the same equipment. Not a Larry's customer? When you're ready to upgrade, trust Larry's. Honest prices, no gimmicks, and reliable service. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
At Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, baby, I got a great idea for your next commercial. You're in a jungle with a dinosaur, looking for an outlet for your vacuum.
A dinosaur? No, I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning. You know, like office buildings, ensuring happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
Commercial buildings? I think I can work with that, Jerry. I'm gonna make you a star.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, as the Vermillion Tanagers post one fall to Lennox by a score of 9-4. Lennox with 9 runs on 11 hits with 1 error. Vermillion 4 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. And let's see here. So for Vermillion, Connor Peterson went 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk. Matt Robe went 2 for 3 with a sacrifice, 1 for 3 with a sacrifice, a walk. I'm an idiot. Okay, 1 for 2, strikeout, and a single. Then he had 2 other plate appearances, a sacrifice, and a walk. Michael Robe went 1 for 4. Jack Moskowitz went 3 for 4. Corbin Heckens, 1 for 3 from the plate. Ryan Vitt went 1 for 4 from the plate. Hayden Christofferson, 0 for 3 with a walk. Teddy Nesmith, 0 for 3, 0 and 2 with 2 walks. And then Quentin Cogley went 1 for 1. So Vermillion, that wraps up their season. It's been a pleasure to bring you post one baseball. Obviously, we'll have a little bit of a break from Vermillion until football season and volleyball season start at the end of August. But if you just can't get enough of me, on 5-Star Streaming, we will be bringing you some South Central League baseball. South Central League baseball featuring teams like Crofton, Wynot, Lesterville, Tabor, Freeman, Irene, Menno. That will all be taking place from Wynot. That'll be on 5-Star Streaming on YouTube, and then we'll also be covering them at the state tournament. That will be strictly on Classic Hits 106.3. These coming games for districts will be on both Classic Hits 106.3 and 5-Star Streaming on YouTube. Well, it's been a pleasure to bring you Vermillion Post 1 baseball this season. It's always great to work with Coach Heisinger and great to work with this team. Great to send off these seniors. I should say Jacob Larson had 1 plate appearance, went 1 with a walk, so it's great to see him get to go out on a high note as well. This great senior class that came out this season, love to see that. So, Vermillion fans, If you don't join me for amateur baseball, we will be seeing you for volleyball and football. And again, if you'd like to join us for camera work, I know Chad's here. He's going to be helping me out with some camera work and in color commentary this season, right, Chad?
If you want me back.
I do. So we'll chat more about that. But he's got a lot of baseball to be broadcasting, PA announcing here, so I won't bother him with it now. But that'll be part of the team. So from Prentice Park, one final time, I'm Michael Schumacher. You guys have a great day. Stay cool, stay safe, love you, and have a great day.